I am loving the updates coming from the ASI team recently. We're going to talk about what's going on in this video. fetchai ASI Crypto is building the first layer one blockchain for advanced AI. This is something that's needed, guys, and we're going to talk about what the benefits are for them having their own chain. Let's jump into it in this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow me on X if you're watching over there. I do a ton of stuff on X as well. Might just be some kind of arsing around a little bit here and there, but I also share some pretty cool insights with different projects and stuff that I'm following. So they're building a new chain, ASI chain. This is going to be a layer one, a decentralized layer one blockchain designed for advanced AI applications. This is something that is massive, guys. You're not going to want to miss this video, so make sure you stick around till the end. So let's jump over and take a look at what's going on. I'm going to give you a brief overview of what it is. We're not going to get into too much of the technicals because there is a ton to unpack. And there's a few of these different articles. I like how they're doing this. They're designing their articles based on the types of people who are reading them, right? So we have one for like investors. There's one for if you're a developer, you might want more of a technical aspect of the of what they're going to be bringing and that sort of thing. So right now we're just going to focus on this one here because this is going to give you an overview of what this is and what problems they're trying to solve. And you guys know, like most companies out there, they're not going to spend a ton of money rebuilding something that's the same as everything else, right? If there's something already out there that they can use and rebrand, possibly, they're going to go that route. These guys are actually building their own layer one infrastructure because of the fact that it's needed, right? As we grow and as AI becomes more used and more basically adopted, right? It's out there, people are using it. We're starting to see some issues that need to be resolved because AI needs to be trustworthy, right? It needs to be scalable. It needs to be not centralized. You don't need a single breaking point that can basically take down your whole infrastructure. And that's what these guys are trying to resolve here. This is a new era and it demands new infrastructure. The creation of decentralized intelligence that serves humanity is what each of the alliance members have been pushing for the last number of years. Even though they just recently came together over the last year to form the alliance, they've all been working on this aspect, and they're really they. What I really like about it is it's a group of people who aren't uh, normally together, have come together for the same reasoning, and they seem to be working so well. Like their vision is so interchangeable. It's just it's a really nice thing to see. So AI is no longer novelty, right, guys? We're seeing tons of companies embracing AI. We're seeing tons of people, content creators, uh, people who are researching and health in the healthcare department, and there's a number of different sectors that are embracing AI. And we're moving closer to a future right now where intelligent agents not only assist but are independently operating across finance, science, governance, and beyond. So what we really need is the infrastructure to support that, because here's the problem. Today's infrastructure wasn't built to support that type of future. Centralized clouds are great. AWS, we all know what AWS is. Scalable, sure, yep, but they're brittle. They have, they have like a single point of where if they get breached, they can get taken down and everything basically goes dark. We've seen that with government even recently, right? We've seen that with where people are they get what's that term that they use, where companies hack them and they hold their assets or whatever, and they basically can bring down the whole company unless you pay them, kind of thing, ransomware. So things like that happen all the time, and that's, we don't need that, right? If we're going to be relying on something as massive and and uh, and and just life changing as that AI could be, we need something that is not going to, fall to those types of issues, right? Now, the blockchains that we've come to rely on, like Ethereum, Solana, you name it, you can insert any blockchain here. They're built for tokens, not thinking machines or agentic intelligence. And they're built. Yeah, they're great. They do great for what they are, but they're not made for this, right? And there's a number of things, a number of reasons why. Now, ASI chain is a decentralized layer one blockchain specifically designed for advanced artificial intelligence applications, and it's going to be built around the powerful meta kernel for handling complex concurrent computations at scale. It's going to combine secure digital asset management, advanced currency, and smart or concurrency, sorry, and smart contract execution with a scalable architecture. That might sound all, fine and dandy, and I know there's a lot yet to unpack here because we're gonna have to get into the technical side of things to kind of break down a lot of what this means. I'm just giving you a brief overview right now of what they're aiming to solve. So intelligence at scale is going to require a delicate balance of raw compute power, absolute security, and sovereign decentralization. Centralized cloud providers are excelling in the compute scalability, but they're failing in security and sovereignty. Right? We see that all the time. That's why cryptocurrency was created, to get away from the centralized banks and things like that. And now we're going to have to do the same thing with AI, right? Traditional blockchains, mostly excelling in security and decentralization, falter when forced to handle AI driven tasks. They often run into constraints, especially when you're looking at gas costs, latency, or state coordination as well. So can you imagine running, computing resources on Ethereum and how much that would cost? It'd be absolutely crazy. It's one of those things that it's not built for that, right? And now this is the time, and once now that AI is starting to take off and it's being used, and what comes with that evolution is realizing what sort of infrastructure that you need, right? And that's at the point where we're at right now, in my opinion. Now, ASI Chain's purpose is purposely built to solve precisely this problem by merging the best of both worlds. Now, utilizing advanced cryptographic, consensus protocols like CBC, Casper, and Casanova, ASI Chain achieves I don't know how to say Byzantine fault tolerance, which is the strongest security model in blockchain. This is alongside crash fault tolerant performance, ensuring high throughput and low latency. In practical terms, this means unparalleled security combined with transaction speeds comparable to centralized services, exactly what decentralized superintelligence requires. So, long story short, things get done quickly and they cost less than traditional blockchains. And the security is there so that, one fault is not going to bring down the whole network. That's the gist of it. And that is something that we absolutely need. We've seen, a number of times, networks like, say, Solana, they get overloaded, they go down, and we just can't have that sort of thing when you're expecting your programs and your AI and your compute to work fast, quickly, and scale, because you might need more right now than you did earlier. And you just can't be at the mercy of a blockchain waiting for that blockchain to compute for you. So basically that's what's going on right now. ASI is leading the development in decentralized AI, period. End of story. If you're not on board right now, at the just seeing the amount of progress these guys are making, if you're not on board right now, I'm sorry, but you're going to be left behind. But that's what I got for you guys in this video. Just wanted to give you a quick update what's going on there. I might do another couple of follow-up updates. And for those of you who might be more technical and want to know exactly like what this thing is going to be doing, and how things are going to be used, etc. Once we know that information, I'll be glad to bring that to you. So thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.